So, and if anybody doesn't know about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, just real quickly, it is a planet, it is a new place. It's a remote trading port somewhere on the edge of wild space. A place that, in the old days might have been a little more prominent as it was a necessary stopping off point to refuel and provision for this part of the, this edge of the galaxy, kind of on the transition to wild space. But now with the advent of hyperspace and faster than light travel, it's kind of fallen in prominence a little bit. It's actually now a place where you're going to find more of the people who don't want to be in the mainstream, the smugglers, the rogue traders, the adventurers who are looking to crew up for some adventure into wild space. Basically it's all the interesting people. And a place for us to start our Star Wars story. And that's what we want this whole thing to be about. It's about an opportunity for you to feel like you can participate in Star Wars, not just be a spectator in the world of Star Wars. And so to do that, we've had to create a place that is big. This is the biggest project Disney's ever done. And we're doing 2 of them, one in California, one in Florida. It's also the most epic and the most immersive experience I think that we've done ever. Everything has got this focus on authenticity, attention to detail, immersiveness. Whether you're going through the street markets of Black Spire Outpost, kind of shopping for some unique trinket that's only available on this planet, or and everything in that street market feels like it was made by people on that planet for people on that planet. So all the merchandise, all the products that are there have that special kind of authentic feeling like you'd see it only in the world of Star Wars. Or maybe you want to sample something for the first time. We can bring Star Wars to life with all your senses. So maybe sampling some of the food or drink.
Now you have my interest.
So this is one of my favorites. So at the end of the street market, someone's taken an old pod racing engine, they turned it on its end, and they're using it to spit roast these giant hunks of space meat, let's say.
Space meat.
It is delicious.
Oh.
Let me tell you, it's delicious. But if you don't want to just kind of shop and snack, which is okay.
No, that's what I want to do.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We have some other adventures, some more active adventures for you, because we have 2 big anchor attraction experiences. This one, what is the name of this hunk of junk? I can't remember. That's right, the Millennium Falcon, right. So who here wants to fly on the Millennium Falcon?
Just scream.
Well, we're going to give you that opportunity not just to fly on the Millennium Falcon, to become the flight crew. To kind of take those controls for yourself and really take the fastest ship in the galaxy on a customized, truly interactive mission. It's truly a lot of fun. And I get to actually fly the Falcon sometimes, so I know that it's actually a lot of fun. Sorry, I know you don't want to.
I'm so angry.
I know. All right. But that's not, so we actually shared previously, maybe some of you have seen this before, a little bit of a taste about what it's like to be in that cockpit, to flip those switches and to take those controls. Maybe we could actually play.
You guys want to see it again? Let's see it. Okay. Let's do it with subwoofers.
Yeah, so that's Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. I can tell you, yeah, it's going to be super fun. Can't wait for you guys to see this and try it and fly it for yourself. But that's not the only thing that's going to be.
I didn't ask you that question, but please go on.
No, but I'm telling you.
I want to know more. What else is there, Scott?
So opening later this year, we have another big attraction as part of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. It's called Star Wars Rise of the Resistance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it is the most epic, it is the biggest, it is one of the most complex attraction experiences that we or anybody else has ever built. So if you go outside of the village, go outside of Black Spire Outpost, in the forested area, in the remains of the ancient ruins, as we often do, that's where we find the Resistance. And they're in camp there. And they're looking for new recruits. That's going to be us. But because it's Star Wars, not everything goes according to plan. And we might even find ourselves prisoners of the First Order and captive on board the Star Destroyer. I know. And if you've ever really been on a Star Destroyer, it's not a lot of fun. You want to get off that Star Destroyer, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And because it's Star Wars, it is going to be epic. This is the biggest attraction we've ever built. It is filled with...
I've heard rumors that there's like an extravagant amount of time that you spend in this attraction like a minute and 30 seconds.
It's more than that. It's more than that. Because it should be epic, because Star Wars, right? Yeah, that's why we're going big with this attraction. And so, listen, I don't want to give it away, but you're going to face the First Order. You may even come face to face with
Kylo Ren.
I didn't say it, you did. And if you can survive that encounter,
just shake your head yes or no. Poe? Oh, yeah. BB-8? Oh, I
let's
cannot
stop there.
wait. Okay, let's stop there.
So, yes, all of those fan favorites.
Admiral Akbar.
I've got some bad news.
Too soon, Josh.
Too soon. Sorry, too soon. Just no!
As Josh storms off the stage in tears. Okay, all of those fan favorite characters are going to be there, and if you can survive this encounter with the First Order, if you can survive an encounter with Kylo Ren and make it back to the planet in one piece, you will be celebrated as a hero of the Resistance, celebrated throughout the land. Can't wait to share this experience with you later when we open later this year. But we also made a little teaser video for this experience as well. That kind of sets the stage for what's about to happen right before we get there in Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. Let's play that video. Another question you didn't ask, but I'm going to answer.
Please.
All of that was shot actually inside the attraction.
I was going to ask you this. That's insane.
That's the level of detail.
And I've heard like there's an exorbitant amount of stormtroopers there.
It's the First Order.
Don't talk around my questions. Just tell me the answers. Okay, great. Well, in all honesty, I truly am amazed at how insanely cool this looks, but I sort of have an authenticity question for you, Doug. Because as we all know, you've had your hand on this for a long time, you know this world better than anyone. How accurate is it? And be honest, you can speak garbage about all of them. Now's your chance.
Absolutely. But what amazes me about seeing the video is that there's no movie magic behind this. These are all real attraction experiences and places that guests will actually get to visit.
Okay, and I'm going to ask him, because I've had this question for a while now. So why a new planet, as opposed to something like Tatooine? Why are we going to a brand new planet?
Well, when we were trying to figure out what the land should be, we kind of started to explore all the different places we could take our guests. Like Tatooine, or maybe even Mustafar. But ultimately, when you think about it, those places are a reflection of the characters that they represent. For example, I mean, when you think about Tatooine in The New Hope, Luke is a moisture farmer. He's a simple person, and he wants to escape this mundane life. He wants to he has a longing for adventure. And so the bleak desert landscape reflects this emptiness. And so when we approach our designs for the environments, we really want to design the environments with purpose.
Yeah, well, that was important, because as we sat down, we started designing Black Spire Outpost. It wasn't about a single person. It wasn't about Luke or Anakin's journey. It was about your journey. And that was really, I think, the turning point design for us. And we said, you know what, it's really about you. You are that rogue adventurer, that scoundrel, that person on the edge of wild space. And that was the moment. I mean, I remember sitting at the table, when we said, you know what, this is it. This is the switch that we had to flip to really start to think about crafting a place that we've never been before. It was a little scary for us at the same time, because we know as fans we want to go visit those classic places, but at the same time we wanted to build a place that depending on the new stories, the new characters that come to life, that you could go and have those moments with them in a land that was timeless. And that was really, I think, the hurdle that we got over in design that really took us to Black Spire.
Incredible. Speaking of story, Matt and Margaret, you're not Margaret. I don't know why I pointed at you.
Sorry.
You guys have been very quiet. I'd love to hear from the two of you. And Matt, we can give you adult supervision if you need that to answer the question.
Can you hold my hand?
Yes. So, can you talk a little bit about the stories that we're going to experience on Batuu and how they fit in to the Star Wars universe?
Sure. So, as I'm sure all of you know, all Star Wars storytelling takes place in one timeline, all within the galaxy, far, far away. And really, from the get-go, both teams really wanted to make sure that our adventures in this park and the story of the land really represent a moment in Star Wars storytelling and have a place within the Star Wars narrative.
Yeah, we took a lot of great care to realize that, guests, when they walk into our land, they are walking into it for the very first time. But this planet and this place, Black Spire Outpost, has a very long and rich history. And we wanted to tell all those stories. We wanted to tell the stories of how the Resistance got there. And how did Dokandar, one of our Ithorian characters, how did he get there? How did they set up shop there? So we worked very closely with Lucasfilm story and publishing teams to tell these stories and build this rich tapestry of storytelling to tell you everything about the stories and characters that came before and soon after, right? So we worked together to tell all these wonderful stories that Matt can tell us a little bit more about.
Yeah, we've already started telling some stories in the publishing space. In Thrawn Alliances, we actually get to see Vader go to Oga's Cantina at Black Spire. So it's been where legends have gone. We are also coming out with a couple other news stories, which include Black Spire, which will tell the story of how the Resistance got to Batuu, as well as a 5-part Marvel miniseries that will explore some of the antiques in Doc's antique shop and how they got there. And in addition to that, if you haven't read it yet, Pirate's Price will explain. Yeah, and if you haven't listened to the audiobook, it's amazing. So Pirate's Price actually shows how Hondo has possession of the Millennium Falcon and his kind of uneasy partnership with Chewbacca.
Incredible. That's Doc Ondar, right? Doc Ondar?
Yes.
And do we learn how Doc got his medical license?
Well, he attended Northwestern here in Chicago. Podiatry, I think, is podiatry.
Not that kind of doctor.
Yeah. No, let's talk about Doc. I mean, I'm excited because we really haven't, I think, said much about him. And then little hints. By the way, anyone catch it? He was actually mentioned in Solo. Did anyone catch it? There's a moment in Solo where they talk about Dokandar. It's brief, but he was introduced there for the first time. But Dokandar, he is this Ithorian figure. Back up here's the image of him. This is the animatronic figure that's in this space. Incredible detail. I mean, he is everything you would want out of an Ithorian. He's gritty and he's got an amazing personality. He is not necessarily the nicest guy on this planet. He is the head of the black market. So if you really want that obscure, one-of-a-kind, unique piece of merchandise, this is the guy you got to seek out. You got to go and you got to barter for it. You actually have to work to maybe purchase something from his shop. And he has an amazing collection. What I love about this project is because we're timeless, it doesn't matter when you come into the franchise or we're a fan of what part of this franchise. If you love the prequels, if you love the original trilogy, the current trilogy of standalone films, the Clone Wars, we place things in Dokandar's shop for all of you. There's so many Easter eggs in this shop, I've lost track of what we put in the
Yeah, we
shop.
walked Pablo and Matt into the den, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, that's from Phantom Menace, and that's from that," and they were like freaking out, and we're like, "That's exactly what we want right there."
And like even right now, just looking at the picture, I just want to start examining the things in the background.
It's really, really cool, and so it's exciting because it's once again you can purchase even lightsabers in this shop, but they're not the lights. They're amazing lightsabers, but they're not the only lightsabers that we're going to have for sale.
Ooh, now you're piquing my interest. I want to talk for a second about the design scheme because I noticed that you guys have like a very Moroccan market vibe to it. Did you do a lot of exploration in discovering that and landing on that? Did you guys go anywhere to sort of take a look at places?
Yeah, we do. As Imagineers always do. We like to.
You guys just go to Epcot and we're like, okay.
We did. We went to Morocco. It was a very short trip, but no, we authenticity. That has been when we started our design process. We always pin up on the wall, literally with pens and cards, certain words that we want to make sure the design team sticks to. Authenticity was the very first word we placed up on the wall. We said, we cannot build a Star Wars land that is not authentic, that it is not, that we don't make you, the guest, feel like you're actually there, that you stepped into the film. That was important. And by the way, we're taking it to extremes. We've never done anything with an imaginary like this, right? And so yes, we went and we did our research. We spent time in Istanbul, Morocco, because those are places that have an ancient